What's up YouTube? My name's Alan
I'm Kevin.
and this is Practical Survival. Thank you very much for watching. Well, it's that time of month again. It is Battlebox month time and this is mission 33. It's a very different mission from our past mission. They're kind of going with more of a bushcrafty theme this month. So let's crack on into it and we'll show you what we got going on. So first up is your mission cart. Has all the different missions in it, the MSRP for every item. And this month we also got more packing material, which is great fire tinder to have. So glad to have this stuff. So for Battlebox, they have a cost that'll fit just about anybody's budget. The basic box is $25, advanced box is $50, pro box is $100, and pro plus is $150. So we'll go through the box and kind of show you everything that's going on, and then you can comment and what you think, or go to battlebox.com and subscribe, or whatever you want to do. So the first item in basic is the Speedy Stitcher Sewing Awl Kit. This is a $20 item. There it is right there. This is for sewing leather and thick canvas and stuff like that. So you got a nice roll of twine. And here you've got your awl. So in here is a bobbin full of twine, and it comes up through this little hole in the handle, comes across here, and underneath you've got two different needles. You've got a curved needle and a straight needle, and you just take whichever needle you feel that you need, put it in the top, run your thread through, and put this back on. And you can go to sewing leather, making sheaths, or whatever you need to do.
Interesting. Never used one of these before.
Very old school technology.
Yeah. Guess I've never had a need.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Just stab it through, pull it out, stab it through, pull it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, you run a tag in, so when you go through the first hole and you pull the thread through, you pull enough to go around your entire project. And then you'll pull it out and leave your tag in that one hole, and then go in through your second hole, and in the little loop that you will create, you run your tag in through there and then pull this out and pull it tight, and then go to the next one.
Gotcha.
And run it the whole way through.
Huh.
So you got a way to make whatever practical you want to make with the leather or heavy canvas or whatever.
Nice.
The next item is the Opinel number 6 carbon steel knife, and this comes from all the way from France. It is a $13 value. So very cool little folding knife. Got a wood handle. There's no real lock on this. It does open. This top band will spin around, and that's your lock.
Yeah.
It holds okay. So a little bit of packing grease on there. But it's
May need to be sharp.
it's not shaven sharp. It's got an edge on it, but it's not shaven sharp.
Oh, yeah. It locks good enough if you're doing something
Yeah.
easy with it. I mean, it's not something you're just going to go out and.
But it's a nice little
Yeah, it's
basic
a nice
knife.
little basic knife for sure.
Yeah.
all the way from France.
Yep. So that's a nice little item to have. Again, that is a $13 value. And it's lightweight too. Very lightweight. So the next item up is the Marbles Pocket Puck Knife and Tool Sharpener. This is a really cool item. It's got two sides. It's got a coarse side and a fine side. The K-bar out. This is mostly for axes and tools like that. So the dark side is your coarse side, the light side is your fine side. But you can use this for a knife, but it's mostly used for axes and things like that.
Little puck. That's pretty sweet. So if you're out and about in the woods or doing whatever you need to do, you just take this.
Oh yeah, just keep it in your pack, and if you need to touch a blade up, you can do that.
No, it's pretty handy. I like that it has two different grits, so you can really get your edge on.
Oh yeah. So, and that is a $9 value. So you've got a sharpening puck.
Nice.
Next up is a Readyman product. We've gotten lots of products from Readyman over the years of Battlebox. And this is the Tinder Scraper, a $12.95 value. There we go.
Oh, look at that. Little cheese grater.
Yep, little cheese grater. And this is a little bit thicker than most of your other Readyman cards. It's a little more solid, but it's basically a cheese grater with a little saw edge down here at the bottom, and you've got some holes in it. So what you do is you take this little saw, take you a stick, and run you 2 notches the width of this card, and then take you some paracord, set this in between the notches, and take you some paracord and run through, and now you've got a cheese grater on a stick basically that you can use to make some tinder for your fire by scraping it on another stick or whatever and making sawdust.
Nice. Definitely come in handy. You need a little fire starter.
Yeah. It does. It will require a little bit of work, but it's definitely an item that's not going to take up weight. So I mean, you could definitely put this in a bug out bag or something like that, and if worst case scenario, you've got something if you need it.
Right.
It's not going to take up a lot of room, and it's very lightweight.
Cool. Never seen one of those before.
So that's it for the basic box. $25. This is what you paid for it, and it brings the value of this month's box to $54.94. And you've got 4 items. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Next box up is the Advanced Box. Advanced Box is a $50 box. And in the Advanced Box you get everything that we just showed you, plus the Condor Kephart Blade Blank 1075 high carbon steel from El Salvador. And it is a $18.69 value. So it's a knife kit. When you open this, be warned that this knife blank is actually very, very sharp. So cover the blade up with some cardboard or something before you start working with it so you don't cut your hands. But you've got some nice solid wood pieces here to make your handle, and you've got the brass here for your little brass inserts, your pins. So you've got a craft that you can do in this month's box.
Pretty cool. Make your own handle.
Yeah.
Not bad. If you watch enough Forged in Fire, you might jump all over this one.
Oh yeah. So, and
That's cool.
of course this goes with your awl, so after you make the knife you're going to need a sheath for it, so you can use that awl to make you a nice sheath for this knife. And next up we have the, oh, well, it's the walnut. The wood in here is walnut. So they're giving the walnut and the pins a separate price of $7.99 for the walnut blocks and the pins. So that is $18.69 and $7.99 for this whole kit. And then the last item in advanced is the DF4 deadfall trap. That's this right here. So a lot of guys know how to make deadfall traps out of sticks and stuff, and they're pretty useful little traps if you're ever caught out and you need to get some kind of game for something to eat or something like that.
Like squirrels, right? Something small.
Squirrels, rodents, rabbits, whatever. You've got a set of instructions in here that show you how it works. You got a little snare wire that you can use. And basically, it's a figure 4 trap. Got this the wrong way. It's a figure 4 trap. So use that snare wire to put you a little bait through one of these little holes right here, and it just hangs down. This sets on the ground, and your deadfall, be it a big rock or a log or something, will sit right here, and the pressure holds this whole thing together. And then if something comes by that nibbles on your bait, this whole thing collapses and your log or rock falls on what you were trying to catch, and you've got dinner.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty handy. Looks like it's real durable. It's not going to rust.
it's a lot more durable than sticks, I'll tell you.
That's pretty neat. Never had to use one, but it looks pretty handy.
Yeah, just goes like that.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah, pretty cool little item. That is a $14.99 value, which brings the total cost of the advanced box up to $96.61. Next up is the Pro Box. Pro Box is a $100 box, and this month we have one item in it, and you get everything that we've already shown you. Plus your one item this month is the Zombie Tender Bushcrafter Fire Kit. So it's a pretty cool little kit. Got a pretty sturdy rubber band holding it all together, 2 of them. And in this kit is everything you need to build a fire. If I can get it all out. Here you've got a fire steel and striker on some paracord. So your fire steel or your striker, pull some of this cord out, just pulls out of here, and you can strike up a fire once you get some of this paint off. And then it all contains together.
That's pretty sweet.
So I mean, you can lash this to your pack or put it on your neck or whatever you want to do. You've got a fire steel. Got a little hank of paracord in here. Let's see, what else? You've got a little bag of char cloth. And to go with that char cloth, you've got a flint and a steel. So you take the char cloth, put it on top of the flint, and then you strike your steel on it. Normally when you strike steel like this on a flint, the spark will go up. So hopefully the spark goes up, lands on your char cloth, and you can start an ember and then place that in your rat's nest and start a fire that way.
Huh.
And this steel also has a divot for a bow drill, so you can make a bow drill out of it. You've got some jelly tinder, very flammable. Doesn't burn for very long, but it will burn hot, that you can use with your striker to just strike up and start a fire. Use little pieces of this at a time. You don't want to use the whole thing because then it's all gone. You want to use little pieces of it at a time. You've got some jute twine, which is also very flammable. You just fluff it up with your knife and it will actually strike with your striker. And then you've got a little jelly tinder ball. There's a couple of different ways you can light this. You can use a match, just light this little wick on top, or you can cut this in half and lay it open. Lay it open, and there's fibers inside of here. You just kind of fluff the fibers up with your knife, and then you can strike it with a match. And this thing will burn for 5 to 6 minutes, and it burns really, really hot. So it's a good way to start a fire that way.
Maybe if it was wet.
Yeah, especially if it's wet, it'll help dry out your tinder or whatever, so that you can actually get a fire started.
Nice. This is a sweet little kit.
And that had a value of $59.95. The whole kit, if I can get it all back in here, is contained in this little box. So you could put this and it'll go real good in a bug out bag or a get home bag. If you want to camp and you just want to go primitive for it, you can do that with this kit, building a fire. A really good use for this is to take your kids out and show them the different ways to build a fire with this kit. I think that'd be a good use for that.
I like that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool kit, all in one.
Yeah.
I like that. It's pretty
So
sweet.
that brings the total cost, the Pro box, to $156.56, and you've got $100 in the box. So next up is the Pro Plus box, or the Knife of the Month Club, as it's often referred to. So in the Pro Plus, you're guaranteed some kind of a cutting implement, an axe, a knife, something like that that you can actually do some cutting with. And this month it is the Condor Primitive Bush Knife by Mac Graham, made in El Salvador. Total value of $105, which brings the total cost of the Pro Plus box, or the total value of the Pro Plus box, to $261.56. You've got $150 in the box. So this is the knife. Check the old K-bar out again. It's a knife and a sheath, very stiffened leather sheath. Trying to be careful because I know this knife is sharp. So this knife was specifically designed for bushcraft. It's full tang design, wooden handles with 3 rivet holes, and this last hole is plenty big enough to get paracord through to make a little lanyard. Got a nice, yeah, it's sharp.
Nice chopper.
Nice chopper. Good forward weight on it for chopping. It's also, I mean, you could get some fine work done with this as well. It's nice and comfortable for that. And with the thick blade on it, it's almost a 1/4 inch thick. You could definitely do some batoning with this knife as well. Yeah.
Like, what's the hole, you think?
I'm not sure what that hole is there
It's even
for.
got a sharpened edge on this end too.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. It does have a good weight to it. Definitely cut yourself something down.
Mm-hmm.
Small timber or whatnot.
So the sheath doesn't have a belt loop on it, but it does have this little strip of leather that hangs down right here that you can use to hook that on your belt, or you can use it to run some paracord and tie it to your pack, or whatever you want to do. It's pretty sweet.
It's a big one.
Yeah, and it all fits together just like that. So, very cool item to have. I love bushcrafting knives. I love bushcrafting knives, so that's a very cool item to have. It's going to last you a long time. It doesn't look like there is a coating on this knife, so it's definitely a knife that you want to keep oiled to prevent rust from getting on there. So, very, very cool item. So that's it for the box, other than the coupons. So we got, looks like a little book for Condor.
Mm-hmm. Looks like everything they make.
Yeah.
From machetes to axes, carving knives. It's pretty sweet.
We've got a little card for a little advertisement for Opinel if you want to buy any more of their knives. Says it's only $49 on OpinelUSA.com for the N12 Explorer. So it looks like it's a little bit more substantial knife with a 4-inch blade that you can get off of their store. So same design as this one, only it has a 4-inch blade and a softer handle.
Fire starter and a whistle.
Yep.
Cutting hook. It's pretty cool. Looks like it has more of like a padded grip too. It's not just all wood, like a rubber grip.
So that's pretty cool. You can get you another Opinel knife for a fairly cheap price. And then we've got a coupon in here for Lucky Tackle Box. So I've actually gotten a couple of Lucky Tackle Boxes a long time ago, before I started YouTube. And it's a good way to build up tackle. So it's a surprise box every month, and then they have several boxes that you can choose from. This says get your first box for as little as $5 using this promo code. So it's a really good way to build up your tackle. And they send you a lot of stuff. You get a lot of tackle every month when you go with this. It's a pretty cool box. So, and that is it. That is everything in this month's fun. So what do you think about it?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Seems practical if you're going out with the kids, like you were saying. It looked kind of fun. Show them how to set up a trap, deadfall trap. I like the fire starter. That was pretty neat. I like this handy dandy sharpener for the axes, and
Well, it's not just for axes. I mean, you can use it on a knife for come in pretty dang handy on a machete.
yeah, if you're out there and you need something, I mean that's going to come in real handy.
So
It's a pretty cool little kit.
yeah. Well, that does it for us. A little bit of a quick video on Battlebox. This one went by a lot faster than most of our videos. Not a whole lot in this box, but you still get really decent value. You're looking at $111.56 in savings when you went with the Pro Plus box. So that's a good amount of savings. So get out with your kids and enjoy this stuff, man. That's what I think that's what this month's box is all about, is getting out with your family and doing some crafts with your kids. So that's it, man. My name's Alan,
And I'm Kevin.
and thank you very much for watching Practical Survival. Don't forget to leave us some comments down below. Let us know how we're doing. And check out Battlbox at battlbox.com. And I'm sure they've got a subscription level there that will fit your budget. We're signing off. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.